Hey guys, I finally got around to trying openclaw and I was so excited at first I almost went and bought a Mac Mini outright before I even knew what I was going to use it for. They do have them in stock at Lincoln Road South Beach Apple Store, just FYI. But ultimately I just used someone's old MacBook and that's totally fine for testing purposes. Now I can see if you're like running a business or if you're like needing to monitor something 24/7 or like for DevOps why you would really need this. But for me personally, I never in my life have needed to or wanted to summarize or organize my email. So I was a little bit struggling about why I might need this personally. But anyway, just in case there's anyone out there who doesn't know what openclaw is, it's literally all the rage this week. It's this open source universal agent that you can set up to run in the background 24/7 and perform tasks on your behalf. So depending on the permissions you give it and how you set it up, it can, as I mentioned, kind of monitor and manage your email, your calendar, even local files on your machine. It could contact people for you. It could monitor web services. It's very open-ended and very powerful. It's also extremely easy to set up. So I want to show you this little proof of concept that I was able to get going in literally less than 5 minutes, having never seen this before. So let's go check it out. So the first thing that you can do is follow the install instructions on the openclaw site. Be careful because now there are so many fake sites and scams, and it's actually a little hard to tell what the real site is. It's openclaw.ai. I had Anti-Gravity install it for me, and then I switched over to Terminal once it was installed, and I did the actual setup there, and that's what we're going to see. So the first thing it asks is if you want to do the quick setup, and then it's going to ask you what provider and model you want to use. I chose Gemini, but you could use OpenAI, Anthropic, the whole list is here. Then it asks what channel you want to communicate with your agent via, and I chose WhatsApp because that's kind of what you've been hearing a lot about in the news, and it's also another reason that this has become so popular. Your agent can message you there, and you can check in on the status throughout the day, so pretty cool. So what you're not seeing is it'll actually give you a QR code to scan to connect to WhatsApp, but I had already done it once before I recorded this, so I'm just going to go ahead and proceed to the next step. The next thing it asks you is to give openclaw some skills. It has a variety of different skill options here, and this is basically dictating what openclaw can do. Then you can choose if you want to launch the agent in Terminal or the web UI. I chose Terminal and can start interacting with it. Eventually, I did switch over to the web UI, which is a more familiar chat interface, and I gave it a task similar to what I used Anti-Gravity for in one of my previous videos. I said, take a look at my LinkedIn and my website, and based on that, continually scan these companies for openings that would fit my profile. So after I started running it, I did get a message that it actually couldn't access my LinkedIn or my website because it did not have the tool that it needed. So what I actually needed to do in order to give it access was to install a Chrome extension so that it could use a browser. After that, I just kind of let it run for 24 hours. I was able to check in through WhatsApp throughout the day, and then I checked in the morning, and this is the output that I saw. And you can see that for each one, there's a resume, cover letter, and portfolio. Now, these are all MD files, but I can go back and specify what file type I want. But for literally a 5-minute test, this is a pretty good first pass. Again, the setup is very straightforward. If you've been using these coding assistant tools, it will feel very familiar and easy. Please get back to me in the comments and let me know what you've been using openclaw for.